it's Matthew coming at you again. I'm just going to share some stuff with you. I've been sitting here, work bench all day. I cleaned the bench off. Haven't been doing anything. Waiting on my wife this weekend so we can finish working on our cars. And the semi, I've been trying to tinker with that a little bit, but it just, I don't know, kind of lost interest since the cab didn't work. And the other cab, I've been playing with that a little bit, and it's kind of turned out to be just a test cab. So I don't know if I'm going to use it on the truck or not. And but I'll show you what I've done with that here in just a few minutes. But for all those guys that don't go, doesn't go shopping with their wives, their beauty stores, they need to change their mind. And I'll show you that in a second too, because there's a lot of stuff at a beauty supply store that you can really get. I've been a couple times with my wife to Sally's, which is here in Michigan, and picked up some really nice stuff, so I'll share that with you here. So I'll get the camera turned around and show you what we got going on here and what I got. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, so you see we got you turned around here. I'll back up a little bit. If you go to Walmart and you buy these little sanding sticks, these are what you get. They're a couple bucks for, I think, two of them. There's pretty rough on one side and a little smooth on the other. But they bend real easy and then they buckle. You see the buckles on it. And if you cut them in half, they're really nothing much left to work with. They're pretty small. So if I went to Sally's and I picked up one of their sticks. I'll hold it down here so you can see how much bigger it is. And it was, I can't get it on camera. It was $1.50, $2, something like that. For a single stick. But you can see how much bigger it is. I was able to cut it in half, which in turn yielded me, sorry guys, 2 sharp corners on each one, and I used a wood chisel to cut it with, which probably wasn't the best course of action because I chipped off the sandpaper there. So I'll find something better to cut it with later on. But it's one side is, there you go, one side 400, the other side 600 grit. So that's what you get for about the same price or a little cheaper than 2 of these, which it lasts a lot longer. Then I also picked up this one, which is, it's rounded on this end, square on that end. It has a funny shape in the middle. And again, I cut it in half. And I can't read because I sanded over what grit it was, but it's a lot rougher. This is pretty rough grit here. But I think it was a little bit cheaper than the other one. So I picked that up as well at the beauty supply. Then they have these little foam, you see they're pretty soft foam pads. And it's got like sanding grit on both sides. And here's one that's a little bit cleaner. You see the grit on it. Getting the light just right. And it's good for sanding, like something that's going to be contoured or, you know, needs to kind of fit around it. These were 17 cents a piece. And they are, I have something here to measure with. They are about 1.25 inches by an inch. Inch by 1.25 inches for 17 cents a piece. And they work really good. No, I sanded primer with these, which kind of plugged it up, and I haven't cleaned them yet, but I'll clean them out, and then they'll be, you know, as good as new again. I'm going to go back and pick a bunch of these up because they work pretty good. Now, anybody that uses sanding sticks or makes their own, I make my own. Take some 3M, just the foam tape. Then I buy wet dry sandpaper and stick onto that and then cut it. And that gives you a little bit of flex. If anybody uses this, the paper plugs up pretty quick. You can see there's shine off of it, maybe it's plugged up a little bit. So what I use is I found just a big eraser, like a kid's eraser for school, and I use this in the wood shop all the time. You can buy the great big ones for like sanding belts and stuff, but the eraser does the same thing. And all you do is just rub it across the sandpaper, and it will pull all that sanding dust right out of the pad, and leaves you with a brand new sanding stick again. Again, it works just as well on the big pads. You can see there's clean it right back up. So that's just a little tip for that. And then the thing that I found that's the kind of the best thing I found was they make a thing for women that they can buff their fingernails, buff them smooth, then they go over the real fine piece that polishes it. And that is this thing here. Now this is just pure foam here on the sides. But on the bottom, you can see I've used it quite a bit, is another laid piece of foam, and I don't know if it has a grit to it. It's pretty smooth. And then on this side, it's a piece of white. I mean, it just feels like, there's no grit to it really at all. And I used this to go over, well, this is going to be the paint that I'm using on that what are we building? The Hornet, the Hudson Hornet. Sorry, guys. And this is that is I should be more prepared. It's from House of Color. It's the Burple. Now I used this and then took some chrome silver from Tamiya. Now I mixed a little bit of that in with the Burple and the airbrush. And that's going to be my color, which is going to give me the little bit of flake that you can see here, which is giving me more of a shine than it's not really letting it reflect because of the Burple in it, or the chrome silver in it. But when I sprayed the paint down, it felt just a little bit rough, so I went over it with this foam pad, and then went back over with the clear, the white one, then sprayed my clear coat on it, and then I went over it again with the pad, and there's no wax, nothing on that. And that's just one coat of clear. So you can kind of see, if it wasn't for that chrome silver, it would have really had a nice shine to it. So then I went to the cab that I was working on for the truck, and I had stripped this cab and was going to repaint it because it ended up being darker because I had primer on it. I wanted to do it again without primer so it'd be the right color. So I sprayed it again, and then I sanded some parts with the pad, and you can see I didn't get the paint on real thick, so I did go through, like right there, I kind of went through the paint a little bit. But this is, like I said, again, just a play cab. But if you're doing it for real, you might want to put a little bit more paint on it. But here's the top. You can see me behind the camera. I got the camera sitting there. Move my hand, you can see out the window. You can see everything through this cab. You can see you can read. You can read through that cab. And there's a couple little, just small blemishes. But again, it's not a finished project. This is what I'm playing with. But what I did on this was the same thing. I sprayed the paint down. I did spray it a little thin. You can see I went through right there on the point. And this is a little thin here on the sides. But I sprayed the paint down. That's just a clear. This is the House of Color Maltese Maroon. Okay, here we can read. There it is, Maltese Maroon. And it doesn't have to be the house color paint. It works the same with Tamiya. It'll work. That's why I use Tamiya paints. Other than I've got like 4 colors, I think of that. But it'll work with Tamiya too. So I sprayed the paint down, let it dry for 15 minutes maybe. And then went over it with the foam on this side. Then went back over it again with the white pad. And then just wiped it down with a paper towel, blew all the dust off of it. Sprayed a coat of my Tamiya Clear X22 on there. Dried that with a hair dryer so it'd be good and dry. Then went over it with this pad, both sides, wiped it down again, sprayed the second coat on. And it's not been waxed, nothing's been done to it. That's just the second coat is sitting there, and it's not been touched since I've done that. But the pad will do it here for you in real time. So kind of you can see it turn the colors just a little bit. So you just rub it down. I rub it down with that pad. You can see the shine's all gone. Now if history serves me right, this will probably not work, so we're going to try it anyway. And then here's my paper towel. Wipe that down. Let me clean it off for you. I got lint all over it. So there it is after I went over with that. And then I hit it with the white side of it. Then you can see it bring the shine right back. Then when you got done with this, if you want to maybe hit it with some wax or something like that, it would really, I just don't have any wax. I think that would bring it out just amazing. Now you can see I've got the shine back. Go over the TV cleaning cloth or something like that. So I'll wipe it with that. So now you can see what little imperfections there was is now gone. You can see what kind of, you can still see outside. You can read in it. Where's my thing at? Where'd it go? There we go. You can read the stick in it. So you can see the chain hanging from the paracord and the chain from my string over here for my light. And so it's just a handy little, if you don't want to go through all the hassle of the other little things, and this is foam, so it will kind of contour to the, truck cab. You can see there it'll contour, so you can get all the parts done. So I'll leave you with that. And if you have any questions, let me know. If anybody wants me to do like a test sample, I can do that and do it kind of in real time. Of course, I'll have to stop and dry it and then come back to you and then stop and dry and come back. But I can do that if somebody wants to know. And again, that's just Tamiya Clear is all it is. There's no other. I have some Duplicolor I think over there, but this is just the Tamiya Clear. And I've never really been chasing shine like this before, but I got started playing with that little pad and it just really kind of amazed me, so I just kept playing with it. But now if you went over the wax thing, it would really come out now. So I might have dulled it down just a little bit, but a wax I think would take it right back to where it was, or probably further than it was. But so that's where we're at, guys. So I'll just put a little quick thing up for you. I don't know how long I've been talking. This doesn't tell me, so I'll put it up. And if anybody has any questions, or if somebody'd like me to do a little show on that, let me know and I'll get it up for you. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. Thanks for my subscribers. And Mike over at Starry Mike's Model Shop. thank you for the shout out. Greatly appreciate it. I'm glad everybody's watching my videos, and I'm sorry now that you have so many videos to watch, but at least now you'll be able to catch everybody, and they'll sit there till you get caught up. So that's kind of a nice little tip, and I really appreciate the shout out. And so anyway, so everybody, thanks again, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back real quick. I had to show this. I turned my light off, and this caught my eye, so I wanted you to see. This is with my overhead light off, just the light coming in the window. You can see how blemish free that is. How nice it looks. Again, that's just the light from the window here coming in, hitting that. You can see everything over there. So it turned out pretty nice. So I think everybody should give that a try. Pretty simple to do. So then again, I can turn the light on, but it's really, really pretty. So, all right, I'll get this up for you. Thanks, guys.